in 2010 after a family vacation. And in that vacation, having just a great time, as you would always expect with your family. We were at the beach. And when we got there, my wife, Lee, wasn't feeling well. She thought she'd pulled a muscle in her back when she was boogie boarding in the ocean. And so we sort of just took it easy over the couple of days that we were there. When I came out of the bathroom, I remember looking at her, and she had like a yellow glow to her, which I knew didn't look right. But I had to be at the office. I had counseling appointments to do. And so later that afternoon when I got home, she was jaundiced. And we were both really caught off guard by that. And so the next day, called our doctor and then went in and had some blood work done. Well, the blood work came back, and the doctor contacted us and asked us if we would then come in that next afternoon. We get back into the office, and Dr. Cohn comes in, and he has paperwork in his hand, and he says, he sits down, he says, I have your blood work. He flips the page and he starts crying. And I'm like, okay, that never happens. And he said, these numbers here indicate cancer, and it indicates pancreatic cancer. And in that moment, Lee begins to cry for maybe 5 seconds, and then she starts quoting scripture. And I'm looking at her like, how in the world are you doing that? So we leave from there, and that began a journey of 2 years of her battling pancreatic cancer. The thing that where I saw the Lord show up in a way that I would not have expected, and it was probably maybe the greatest encouragement to me, was how she handled that journey. The very first thing she said that day to me was, we are not going to lose our sense of humor over this, which I thought that's an odd thing to even say. And then she said, this is our assignment. And if we believe all the things we've been telling people all these years about the Lord, then this is his work in our life. And she accepted it that way the entire time. She would encourage other people. I remember one time we were at our oncologist, and we were both concerned, or we felt like the cancer had returned. And so we're having a conversation with the oncologist, and she asked him, Dr. Dar, what percentage would you put on the likelihood that the cancer is going to come back? And Dr. Dar didn't want to answer her. He started talking about different things, and so she asked him again. He still didn't answer, and finally she said to him, Dr. Dar, I am not afraid to die. I know where I'm going. And she gave him the gospel like she had done several times. She said, I just want to know what it's going to be like. And that's the way she handled everything through the journey of seeing where God was in the middle of it. And for me, part of the journey was me coming to grips with, perhaps the Lord is going to take my wife home. And of course, that's what he did do. And I think I did kind of get to a place of recognizing, the worst thing that happens is my wife gets to be with Jesus, and really coming to grips with that. I think maybe the darker part of the journey for me was, I have 3 children, and the youngest is 13. And how could it possibly be a good idea for a 13-year-old to grow up without her mom? This does not make any sense to me. And part of the journey where I had to come to grips with the Lord's work in my life and in my family's life was that if his way for us was for me to be without a wife and my kids to be without a mom, I had to somehow be okay with that. And me grappling with that and coming to the conclusion that if his journey, which will be difficult if she passes away, and it was difficult when she did pass away, if his journey is what's also going to produce in me the ability to have a greater depth in him and to know him in a more intimate way, I had to figure out how to get on board with that. And it was through a long process that I was able to do that. I think the other thing that came away from that, or came through for me in that, was realizing that even in the very hard thing, all the things that I had believed about God, I experienced about God. That idea of comfort, that idea of he's near to the brokenhearted, even going through the grieving process, and how he walked with me in that. The truth is that I did deepen and I did grow as a result of God allowing that into my life. And as a result of that, it has allowed me to have a deeper kind of ministry with people who've gone through the same thing.